This is the story of how the Native Americans might have lived on the Great Plains. Our Indians were from the middle part of North America. The Native Americans had a growing season. If you were a woman living in the Great Plains, some of the vegetables you could make were corn, beans, and squash. Some of the Indians ground wheat so they could make bread products.
If you were a man living in the Great Plains, you would get on a horse bareback and you would go after animals to kill. The animals you would hunt for were elk or antelope, but the main source of food you would hunt for would have been buffalo.
The clothing that the Indians wore were mostly buffalo skin. The women mended the clothes and could tan it or leave it as rawhide. They could use berries to make designs on the clothing.
Another use of the buffalo hide were made to make teepees. The teepees were made out of birch bark and buffalo hide. The teepees contained 4 main parts: sticks, buffalo hide, lining, and a door. The characteristics of the Great Plains would have been a ton of acres and lots of buffalo.
The arts and crafts the Indians made included jewelry, metalwork, woodwork, pottery, paintings, basketry, textiles, and beadwork. But my favorite is the dream catcher. The dream catcher hung above the sleeping Indians to protect them from nightmares. This is some of the jewelry the Indians made in the paintings.
The climate for the Native Americans would have been hot summers and cool winters.
That is the story of how the Native Americans might have lived on the Great Plains.